Judges assigned under the 10-point must system for this championship fight, 12 rounds of boxing. Andrew Campbell, Brian Membry and Wayne Ashdown. Representing the Professional Boxing and Martial Arts Board, Combat Sports Board, we welcome Chairman Bernard Balmer, Bob Todd and Mr. Bart McCarthy. Your ringside physician, Dr. Peter Lewis and Dr. Purley from Western Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our main event, 12 rounds of boxing for the World Boxing Organization Asia Pacific Junior Welterweight Championship. When the bell tolls for the first of 12 rounds, your man in charge of the action, Long John McCubbin. Howard Lee says, would you welcome first, occupying the blue corner, working out of the underground with Julian Holland and Sam Solomon, with Steve Stemborg and world champ Amanda Cannon Buchanan in the corner. In kickboxing, 24 fights, 14 wins, former amateur champion of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, stepping in at the 11th hour after only one professional fight. He's not daunted. He's not in touch with the reality. He certainly is. Originally from Shepparton, now based in Northcote, Victoria, scaling 63.45 kilograms, wearing trunks of red, white and gold with the bull, the raging bull on the front. Would you welcome the challenger, Ben T.C. Smullen. Smullen. And across the ring, occupying the red corner, with a big galaxy of greats in the corner, including Jim Dimitri Tetoros from Box Hill North. He's the proudest son. He's, in fact, the Melbourne City Hall's favourite son. Tonight scaling 63.55 kilograms, ranked by the WBO number 8 challenger in the world, with a professional record of 16 fights, 14 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. 8 big wins coming by way of knockout. Wearing blue with white, ladies and gentlemen, what's up, Doc? Doctor, give me the news. Defending champion, Nick the Terror Tetoros. Tetoros. John McCubbin. 12 rounds of boxing.
Now listen, boys, I never got to speak to you, Nick. I know hanging on. When I say break, I mean break straight away. If either of you get knocked down, the neutral corner over there, straight away. All right? But when I say break, I mean break. No punching on the break for either of you. All right? Shake hands and have a good one.
Taking this fight at relatively short notice. Peter Maniatis has joined us again at the ringside.
Smullen's had a great amateur record. He's won a national title in the amateurs for the league, and he's been to Japan in kickbox. He's never been sat down. He's got a fantastic chin.
Yes.
Very tough boy.
He's an outstanding kickboxer, Smullen. He really knew how to do it, didn't he, Peter?
Yeah, definitely.
And we saw him not so long ago at your last promotion, and he acquitted himself remarkably well, didn't he?
A gusty effort up against Shannon McMahon. But
yeah, that's right.
Nick Tetoros, this is for his title. He successfully defends it and moves up to 6 in the world.
Got a ranking in the Australian World Boxing Ray Wheatley rankings now,
Peter. This is WBO World. We're looking at a shot at DeMarcus Corley.
Yep, understand, yes. But just saying that he's certainly been
we
mentioned.
don't care about the national rankings. I mean, let the young kids have the national titles. We want world titles.
Yes, no doubt about that. And Nick has got that skill, and he's hammering away now at Smullen on the corner there. Smullen sensibly keeping his elbows tucked in and wearing some of that on the arms.
Look at the concentration on Nick. Just look at it. It's copybook stuff. Any young boxer could do well to watch Nick. He is a textbook boxer.
Slapping away at the back of Smullen then.
Smullen wild with a right hand.
Oh, at left hook just missed then from Smullen, but Nick works in. And Nick Tetoros in fantastic physical condition again. Presented remarkably well.
He really is a fine physical specimen, isn't he?
He's one of the fittest junior welders I've seen, I'd say, Nick Tetoros.
I must say, I thought Smullen's put a bit of bulk on his arms, his upper arms there. He looks a little less gangly than the last time I saw him, Stephen.
Yeah, I think he realised he needed to improve the strength factor, Robert, there, because he was lacking that against McMahon. And now Smullen is trying to maintain a position there, ring centre there. Tetoros moving around beautifully and then repositioning himself straight on. So he's flexible, Tetoros. I love the way he sets himself up.
Oh, he's got beautiful flexibility and good lateral movement.
The other thing with Tetoros, look at his guard. He keeps his guard right up. You're going to be a very brave boxer who'll get through his guard.
No doubt about that. A nice punch there came through before from Nick. And again, that straight left, that's a killer punch for Tetoros, that straight left. He's got such a strong punch for a junior welter.
You look at how he keeps the gloves up at all times. His body is side on. He's always protecting himself against anything.
Yeah, very competent and well-rated fighter, Tetoros.
Well, he's the ultimate boxing scientist, this bloke, let's face it.
Oh, a bit of a stumble there from Nick. Smullen coming in hard on Tetoros on the ropes. As slapping away. Nick Tetoros in a bit of trouble here at the moment on the ropes. Now what's McCubbin going to do? He's going to put a standing 8 count on Nick Tetoros. He's walking to his corner, dancing now, Nick. He was a little bit groggy from a punch from Smullen there. Peter, what do we say?
He's a little groggy.
And Amanda Buchanan is giving plenty of instructions to Smullen there.
Well, she was telling him to run right in. She thought that she had her man had Nick Tetoros in a vulnerable position then and told him to attack.
Well, let's face it, who would ever have thought that Smullen would have Nick Tetoros on the receiving end of a standing 8 count in the first round? That's quite surprising, Peter.
Big puncher, Ben Smullen.
Yeah, well, once again, Peter, congratulations on a great matchup here. You know, it really is a credit to you being able to put these two boys together, and particularly in the context of the 11th hour in which Ben Smullen took this.
Ben Smullen keeps himself fit. Down at the Underworld Gym, they train virtually all the time. Amanda Buchanan has her fighters always ready to take fights.
And she's not bad at doing Smullen's grooming. She adjusted the ponytail so that he looks his best, Stephen.
Yes, I don't know whether or not that design is appropriate for boxing because we saw him have trouble with his hair last time. But anyway, at the moment he's got Tetoros a little bit on the back foot at the moment there, Ben Smullen.
Yeah, he has. Nick has to recover now.
But that's the beauty of boxing.
Oh! Jab landed on the jaw of Smullen from Tetoros.
Well, Tetoros will be out to square the ledger, mark my words. Oh, boy, he will.
And that looks a bit angry at the moment, Nick. You just want to compose himself a bit more, I'd say, at the moment.
Smullen's being a bit cheeky. He's grinning at Tetoros, which is not a smart thing to do in the boxing ring.
Well, Smullen's got grown in a bit of confidence here at the moment. He feels like he can keep going here. Nick throws out a straight right. Smullen too far away there, and the boys Nick will have to find his range. He does. He comes in, moves in there, trying to get the left into the body region, straight left, and again into the stomach, the solar plexus, just above the stomach. And again there, Tetoros now flying away at Smullen, and McCubbin splits him up. The interesting part of the fight already in the second round there about where these two are currently at in this bout. Smullen having won the first round. And Nick throws out the straight right. And left hook just missed. In fact, will wave the hair of Smullen. Now Smullen trying to protect himself there. Nick, oh, big left from Nick Tetoros now. He might be starting to find his range.
Smullen's headpiece has come off. It's on the canvas here. His thing that holds his ponytail together, that tassel on the top, you can see it on the canvas. It could pose a risk to the boxers, Stephen.
Yeah, I don't know whether
McCubbin's
thrown that out. He doesn't have anything to do with that.
Yep, he's thrown it out. One of the problems with Smullen, and now his hair falls over his eyes, which is pretty stupid, really.
Well, I can't see why he'd present like that. It just can't do him any good at all. But anyway, that's his worry. But he's complaining there to get a low punch. I'm not sure, but Tetoros now, he's got him in a headlock, Smullen, and Smullen with a right hand clipped. Oh! Big punch from... Smullen goes to canvas. He did get a big punch earlier on and then fell more than anything else. But a big punch earlier that landed around about the jawline, and that sent him to the canvas. So now Nick comes in, big left hand, that vicious straight left, and now Tetoros pumps away at Smullen. McCubbin nearly got jammed into the neutral corner there, now gets out of the way. And Tetoros, they're hammering away at Smullen, who covers up. And the Tetoros camp over there going mad at the moment. There goes the ball for the end of round 2, and Ben Smullen, he's got a blood nose out of that, I think.
There's a blood from the nostrils, Stephen. It's a very dazed Smullen. And they're getting his hair rearranged, as well as Smullen's in some degree of distress, Steve.
Well, would be. Gee whiz, I don't know whether or not he's going to go on with this, because Amanda Buchanan is asking him the question, are you all right? Well, he got hit by the Southern Aurora, then Ben Smullen, as Tetoros found his region. Peter Maniatis has run around from the commentary area, and he's now in the corner. Oh, and he's launching a little bit of a verbal barrage at his fighter over there, Dick Tetoros.
Smullen is quite distressed, Stephen. He's not looking at all well at the moment. I think he will have great difficulty lasting this round.
And he's nodding he'll go on.
Amanda Buchanan isn't even attempting to adjust his hairstyle.
I wouldn't worry about that now. His survival is probably where we're at this point for Ben. It's unbelievable, you know. We've had an 8-10 first round against Tetoros, and he just got a 10-8 back. So what a turnaround. Oh, and Tetoros now.
Tetoros is on fire.
He's angry, Nick. No doubt about that, he's very angry with his first round performance, and he's...
Smullen can't see through this hair. He keeps flicking it back, which is a distraction. It's silly, Stephen. I just saw him flick it when Tetoros is coming in. That's just madness.
It doesn't help Robert at all. Mainly to go to the barber you and I go to, I think. But anyway, Tetoros now flaps the right hand around to the rib cage of Smullen, and McCubbin calls him back in. Oh, now Nick throws that straight left. That's a vicious punch.
He got a hook on him there that connected with Smullen, Stephen.
Nick is now positioning himself and pummeling away now with some very heavy artillery.
A magnificent left that absolutely rocked Smullen. A right that's rocked him. A combination of the belly.
He's struggling here, Smullen. With so much resistance, and a blood nose profusely there, bleeding. And he's gone, Smullen. I'd say he's taken a ton of punishment here, and the towel's gone in anyway.
Towel's been thrown.
They won't let him go on. That's the end of it. And Smullen is in all sorts of trouble here.
Terribly distressed.
Oh, and an accident in the Tetoros corner. Someone fell off the ropes in an effort to get the belt round the boy. It might have been Nick's dad, I think.
Smullen is terribly distressed.
And Amanda Buchanan brings Smullen and Peter Lewis guard him back to the corner here, and they're looking for some assistance with a stool.
The ringside position.
As the stool comes in, and
Smullen is not well. The doctor's having a look at him, Stephen.
Nick Tetoros is very happy after what should say was a slow start for him.
Yes.
But what a finish. Was he strong in rounds 2 and 3 with a KO in the third round with enormous body shots and head punches by Nick Tetoros. Absolute champ. Ken James at ringside gives Nick his seal of approval from Ken James there, the well-known actor and TV and film actor.
Robert and Skippy the Bush Kangaroo, wasn't he? The helicopter pilot or something, Stephen. I seem to remember that. Stephen, I wanted to comment on the fact I think that Smullen was really silly with that long hairstyle. I always boxed with a crew cut, and I had it shaved the day before so I could rake it over my opponent's face. It was a bit of a tactic which doesn't seem to use too much these days, and
I would have thought you would have indulged in such behaviour, Robert, but there's no doubt that I do agree with you here that Smullen doesn't need those sort of distractions when he's fighting. He's recovered somewhat now. He spoke to Howard Lee.
Well, I saw it get in his eyes when Tetoros then hit him with a jab. I mean, it was just silly.
He got hammered with some big shots. Peter Maniatis thanks him for taking the fight on him very recently, but he's as fit and strong as he can be, Ben Smullen. Nick Tetoros just happens to be world class.
Well, I think Smullen's got might even be a broken nostril there. It's bleeding profusely.
Yes, he could well have. Certainly, perhaps
We'll cross now to Howard Lee, Stephen.
Thank you, Robert.
Channel 31, Team Promotion, Stephen Peake and Robert Cameron. Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute, 11 seconds of round 3. Your winner by knockout, retaining his WBO Asia Pacific Junior Welterweight Championship, the Terror, Nick Tetoros. Peter Maniatis. Peter, what was a rocky road last night turned out to be a night of intrigue and action, culminating in our main event.
Ben Smullen's a very dangerous boy. Gee, I take my hat off to Ben Smullen. He took the bat on 24-hour notice. He shook us. He shook our world there for a little while. And Nick's tough enough to come back. But gee, Ben is a dangerous opponent. I respect the man for taking the bat on short notice. And he put up a great performance. He showed a lot of heart. Everyone's got to put their hand together. The guy's a warrior. What can we say? Next Friday night on Channel 31, watch a replay of the fights tonight. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. We've got a boxing show. We've got Stan the Man Longinidis on as a guest. We're going to have Howard Lee on as well. We're going to be talking about the Foxtel issue. Howard Lee's been blocked out by Foxtel. As far as I'm concerned, he's the best compare man in Australia, but they won't give him a go. Andy Raymond's on borrowed time. I'd also like to thank Don Carrot from the Seville Hotel. He's been fantastic. We've had all the boxers up there and he's treated us like gold. Thanks, Don. And the next show's July the 11th. Nick will be defending his title again up against Brad Hemming, who were meant to fight. So this time Hemming's got a front. And you saw the way Nick fights tonight. He's not going to duck anyone. He comes straight for you and he puts himself on the line and he's there to be hit and he whacks them, and that's what pro boxing's all about. Thank you for everyone turning up. Have a safe trip home.
Peter Maniatis, Team Promotions. Nick, it's all yours.
Thanks, Howard. You know, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Showed a lot of heart there. Thanks for the fight. I never won the fight on the night. I won it with my team, and the effort and the support from my team. I'd like to thank all my corner, especially Peter Maniatis, putting on wonderful promotions. Peter Slako, Peter Churin, Nick Matthews, my brother Jimmy, all my dad, my supporters, all the lovers that have come down from Perth. Love you guys, thanks very much. Thank you. And most of all, Archie, Roy, thanks mate. Thanks mate. Harvard Security down there, thanks guys. And Anex. I'd like to thank my sponsors Anex, Masashi, Black and Blue, and all you wonderful people for coming out tonight, for the wonderful support. Thank you.
Beautifully said, Ben Smullen. Ben, you didn't let anybody down. You came to fight. In fact, you won a standing 8 count against Nick Tetoros in the first round, but he just blew you away in the finish. Bad luck.
Yeah, he got me the body. I love fighting. I took the fight on 24 hours notice. I'm a bit sick, but I like it. It's fun. Happy birthday to Steve, my trainer. It's his birthday today, so I wish I could have provided him with a win.
And his mother, Faye, too.
And his mother's Faye's birthday too, is it? Go on. And yeah, I got to thank everyone from the underworld, and hopefully you'll see me to Thai boxing next on the 30th of March. I much prefer my knees and elbows and Thai boxing rather than me boxing, but it's good. It really complements it. And congratulations to Nick. He's a good champion. So
Beautifully said, Ben.